Dear viewer, today let's take it back to when Harry and Meghan took back control of their narrative, lest we forget why we fight. In March 2021, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle sat down with Oprah Winfrey. This was no ordinary interview. It was more than just a conversation. It was a declaration of independence and a bold step towards reclaiming their narrative amidst a torrent of misinformation and hostility from the British press and the royal family. This interview allowed Harry and Meghan to present their side of the story, revealing the emotional and psychological toll they had experienced by being part of the royal family and shedding light on the stark realities they faced behind palace walls. One of the most harrowing revelations from the interview was Meghan's admission that she had experienced clear and real and frightening thoughts about suicide during her time as a working member of the royal family. This shocking disclosure underscored the severe mental health struggles she endured. Despite being surrounded by grandeur and wealth, Meghan felt a profound sense of loneliness, as if she was living in a gilded cage. The expectations to maintain a perfect public image, adhere to strict protocols, and constantly be in the public eye took a significant toll on her well-being. The constant scrutiny from the British tabloids was relentless, creating an environment of perpetual stress and anxiety. She disclosed that despite reaching out for help, the support she desperately needed was not forthcoming. Meghan shared a particularly telling moment when she approached a senior royal about the possibility of seeking inpatient care for her mental health. She was told that this would not be possible because it wouldn't be good for the institution. Harry corroborated this, noting that discussing Meghan's mental health struggles was not a conversation to be had within the royal family. This revelation was not just an indictment of the lack of support Meghan received, but also a stark commentary on the rigidity and insensitivity that existed within the institution. It also exposed a broader issue within the royal family, an apparent prioritization of the institution's image over the well-being of its members. Hearing Meghan describe navigating life in the palace with Harry as her sole source of support confirmed a narrative that had been emerging over the past year. Harry and Meghan were isolated and inadequately supported by Harry's family during their most challenging times. From the beginning, Meghan was subject to vicious attacks by the British tabloids, with many of these attacks being unabashedly racist. The tabloids' relentless focus on her race spread to her relationship with the royal family and influenced key decisions regarding their son, Archie. One of the most shocking moments in the interview was Meghan's account of a conversation Harry had with a member of the royal household while she was pregnant with Archie. She revealed that there were concerns and conversations about how dark his skin might be when he's born. Harry confirmed this, noting that someone had expressed worry about what will the kids look like. This revelation laid bare the racial prejudice that Meghan faced and the disturbing implications it had for her family. The tabloids would have you believe that Harry and Meghan disrespected the Queen, but the reality is the opposite. Despite the Queen letting his grandson down, throughout the interview, Harry and Meghan were careful to draw distinctions between Queen Elizabeth II and the rest of the royal family. They shared warm anecdotes of their interactions with the Queen, both during their time in London and after stepping back from their royal roles. However, their tone shifted when discussing other family members, particularly William, Kate Middleton, and Charles. Meghan recounted how the tabloids churned out story after story about her alleged diva-like behavior, accusations of bullying staff, and her supposed rift with Kate. These stories, according to Meghan, were not only false but also left uncorrected by the royal family. A particularly resonant example of this lack of support was the story that Meghan had made Kate cry before the wedding over a disagreement about bridesmaid dresses. Meghan clarified that it was actually Kate who made her cry, and that Kate had subsequently apologized and sent flowers. However, when the tabloids reported the opposite, no one in the royal family stepped in to correct the narrative. Meghan saw this as the beginning of a real character assassination, realizing that the family was willing to lie to protect other members of the family, but they weren't willing to tell the truth to protect me and my husband. Now, if you were Harry, would you remain in such a household? Harry also shared the strained relationship with his father, Prince Charles. He described a period when Charles had stopped taking his calls and asked Harry to put their plans for stepping back from royal duties in writing. Although Harry noted that Charles was now taking his calls again, he admitted, "There's a lot to work through there." He expressed feeling really let down by his father, especially given Charles's own experiences with the media's treatment of Princess Diana. This sentiment echoed Harry's frustration with the broader royal family's handling of their situation. Prince William, on the other hand, was mentioned only briefly in the interview, with Harry describing their relationship as one of space at the moment. If nothing else, this silence about William told us all we needed to know. Of everyone in the royal family, William's betrayal was heaviest on Harry's shoulders. Most of us think that Harry and Meghan's decision to step back was the reason they were cut off from the royal purse. But Harry revealed that when he introduced Meghan to the family, some family members suggested Meghan continue acting because there wasn't enough money to pay for her. This sentiment persisted, and after their move to the United States, the couple found themselves financially cut off. They lost their security detail. They had to find a way to support themselves. Harry emphasized that without the inheritance from his mother, Princess Diana, they would not have been able to sustain their new life. And that's why, almost 3 years later, I am so proud of Harry and Meghan. The royal family thought they would run out of money and go back to the royal family begging. But that has not happened, despite the many untrue stories by the British media about their financial situation. And you know what? Harry and Meghan are going to keep thriving and shame the royal family. During the interview, Harry's feelings of being trapped in his previous life were palpable. He acknowledged that without Meghan, he might never have realized the extent of his entrapment. "Without question, she saved me," he said, underscoring the profound impact Meghan had on his life and decisions. Through Meghan, Harry found his voice. In addition to this, the interview with Oprah allowed Harry and Meghan to take back control of their narrative, providing their truth amidst a sea of misinformation and hostility from the British press and the royal family. Their candid revelations provide light in the royal darkness. This interview not only highlighted the couple's resilience, but also exposed the deep-seated issues within the royal family and the media's role in perpetuating those problems. The media's role in spreading untrue narratives about them. By speaking out, they provided a much-needed counter-narrative to the lies and distortions that had plagued them, revealing the true extent of their struggles and the profound impact of those challenges on their lives. It was a declaration of independence and a reclamation of their story. In conclusion, the Oprah interview marked the beginning of Harry and Meghan's healing journey. By sharing their truth, they reclaimed their narrative. Since the interview, Harry and Meghan have focused on moving forward, dedicating themselves to their personal and professional lives in California. Their primary focus now is on nurturing their little family and pursuing endeavors that reflect their values. Uninterested in the royal family's ongoing dramas, they are charting a new path defined by independence, resilience, and a commitment to positive change. Before leaving Nigeria during their May 2024 visit, Meghan said, "We're just doing great, and happy to be watching our family grow up and evolve. Of course I'm happy. We're really happy." And I completely agree. Harry and Meghan are happy. Wouldn't you, dear viewer? Thank you for watching.